Hello everyone, and welcome to Saturday Shenanigans, a weekly series where I, Dalton,
and Cody
cover some of the news from the past week that we either find interesting or have an opinion on. And this week is E3, so on the screen right now, and in the description there will be links to each different conference. We'll be covering all of them, and yeah, just click on the screen or in the description if you want to skip to a certain one. But if you don't, here we go. And Microsoft's conference comes first. So what did you want to talk about from Microsoft's conference, Cody?
Well, first off is the actual first game that they showed, which was Metal Gear Solid 5. And as I said in one of the past videos, I'm just recently a Metal Gear Solid fan, and so I'm currently playing Metal Gear Solid 5. And me seeing Metal Gear Solid...
Metal
Gear Solid 4. Yes, I do. My apologies. When I saw Metal Gear Solid 5, though, I was shocked, and I'm very, very excited because it's open world. It has realistic time, and it's just beautiful. And you know, there's horse riding now, so that's going to be awesome. And this new stealth system they have going on is that you can also like go into stealth mode while on your horse, even, and that's really cool. So I'm really excited. It's actually the first Metal Gear Solid game that's not going to be solely on Sony consoles. So that's really great.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid 5 is looking great. MGS 4 was a very good game, and when I heard MGS 5 was coming out and that it was going to be open world, and well, Ground Zeroes anyway was also going to be open world, but anyway, I was a bit skeptical because a Metal Gear game being open world seemed a bit out there for me. It's always been fairly linear, but it seems like they're pulling it off very well from what little they've shown so far. I really like it. It looks beautiful, by the way, and it's gonna be a good game, and it's coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC, so everyone will be able to play it on the next-gen consoles and the PC, so that's awesome, and I'm really excited for Metal Gear. But what else did you want to talk about from the conference, Cody?
Well, next up will be Witcher 3. It's absolutely gorgeous. I also heard that the other Witchers are actually really good. I've never actually played any of them.
Me either, actually.
I've been meaning to, but I haven't really been able to because I haven't got a good enough computer, and I'm not really aware if they're on consoles, are they?
I'm not sure. I just haven't bothered to pick them up. Or actually, they're on Xbox, I believe. The Witcher was. It came to Xbox. But yeah, you can't play that.
No, I can't. I don't even own an Xbox. But Witcher 3 is gorgeous. It's a huge RPG, and ever since Skyrim came out, I became a fan of RPGs. So
funny story. I didn't even like American RPGs up until are they Western RPGs? Whatever. Up until Skyrim came out, which was and that changed everything because now I really enjoy RPGs. But I'm also excited for The Witcher 3.
So, what else are you excited for, Dalton?
Titanfall, dude. Titanfall.
Oh, man.
It was the last thing they showed, and they definitely went out with a bang. I think it was the last thing they showed anyway. The Microsoft conference this year was actually pretty good because of these three games that we've discussed. Titanfall looks really good, and I'm excited for it because, you know, first-person shooter, it looked fun, and the mechs look kick-ass.
Yes, and another thing, it's all multiplayer.
Yeah, I like, if you're gonna focus on one thing, you really don't need another, like, if you're gonna focus entirely on multiplayer, making a single player can really just take away the development efforts from the multiplayer and make it not quite as good as it could be, so why even bother? And
Call of Duty,
yeah, I mean, that was entirely aimed at Call of Duty, actually. I realize that the only reason they make their single player is because marketing, and it does wonders, but I'm glad that they're making this only multiplayer, and I'm very excited to play it. Coming to PC, so fuck yeah, I can play it.
Yeah, but now we're on to the EA conference.
Yep, and biggest complaint with this conference is, well, firstly, they didn't have too much to show. Secondly, so they spent such a large amount of time on sports. And why would you do that? Hardcore gamers watch this. Hardcore gamers don't care about the next NBA game. Most hardcore gamers, anyway. You should have been showing off other games that you're working on, EA.
Yeah, seriously, I got bored. I wanted to stop watching it, but I didn't because of Saturday Shenanigans. And Oh god, there was so many sports.
The
I got
troubles of
bored.
being a quote journalist.
Quote. I hated it. EA was definitely my least favorite conference this year, mainly because of the sports.
And they really didn't show much. Like they showed Battlefield 4, which I mean, I'll probably pick it up honestly, even though Battlefield 3 has been really getting on my nerves recently. I'll probably pick it up.
It looks pretty good actually from what they showed.
The it looks kick-ass because of the whole like the building falling thing that they showed. But thing is, things like that get really old. Like the aircraft carrier levels seemed really kick-ass when you first got Battlefield 3, but after playing them for a while, God, do they get old. I won't play aircraft carrier maps on Rush anymore. They're horrid. If you guys have played Battlefield 3, you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, really. And I don't know. I played a lot of Battlefield 3, but I don't know if I'll pick up Battlefield 4 or not. I'm not really all that much into multiplayer games. I've never tried the single player, and I'm not going to either.
You have no reason to. It's horrible for anyone who has not played it. It's bad. Don't bother. It's like Call of Duty's campaigns, except actually I would say Call of Duty's campaigns are better than Battlefield 3's anyway. Battlefield Bad Company 2's was alright.
Ouch.
And that's a fucking slap to the face. But I think that's all we have to say about the EA conference. So moving on to the Ubisoft.
Yay! First up, AC4. Now, if you even know us personally, you know that we're huge fans of Assassin's Creed games.
Oh yeah.
Aside from the first one, we don't talk about that one. Assassin's Creed 2, amazing. 3, sorry, 3, well yeah, 3 was amazing too. Brotherhood was also in Revelations. And they didn't really show, well they showed a lot, but what they did show didn't really interest me all that much. But I'm still pretty excited for it, and it looks great.
Yeah, I'm excited just from precedent. It looks like it's going to be it doesn't look like it's going to be a very good game, but just AC3 was amazing, and I think it's the best in the series. I mean, lynch me, you don't like Connor, I think he was probably my favorite assassin so far in the series. Yeah, lynch me. But Assassin's Creed 4 I'm very excited to play, and I'm glad that they're bringing the ship stuff back, and I'm aware that pretty much the entire reason the game exists, or at least the concept for the game exists, is because the ships work so well in AC3, but I'm fine with that.
I personally hated the ships.
I think some of the best moments in AC3 were on the ship, and that it was really fun. All the ship stuff was, but I think that's all we have to say about this because they really didn't show too much.
But up next is The Division. How do you feel about that, Dalton?
Well, The Division, I honestly like the concept a lot more than I'm probably going to like the game when it comes out. And all online, well, drop in, drop out co-op sort of deal. Shooter, RPG, where you can encounter other people, and I guess there's a PvP system. They didn't really say anything on that, but yeah, it looks really cool. I like the whole online deal. Where it's similar to a single player. It's an RPG. It's sort of like an MMO, but yeah, open world. Other people can be on the map with you that you don't know, and that's pretty cool. And you as you progress through the story. But what'd you think, Cody?
I like you. I love the concept of it, and I probably actually like the concept more than the actual game because I'm not much for online, like I said. But I would like to go in there with a bunch of friends and just team up and go against other people because it's a great concept and I love it. So I don't know. I may or may not look into this.
It just depends on what they show past that because they really only show very little of it. But I definitely like the concept, and if they pull it off well, it can be a very good game.
Oh, and before we go on to the next one, I just wanted to say that the gunfight just seemed kind of slow to me.
Yeah, it did seem a bit slow. It seemed fairly hard to actually kill someone, but I have no problem with that.
It isn't Call of Duty.
It isn't Call of Duty, but that's all we have to say about the Ubisoft conference. So, hello, Sony conference. First thing to talk about is The Last of Us. What do you think about that? Came out today, actually. Well, yesterday by the time you're seeing this, but yeah.
Yeah, The Last of Us. Oh, The Last of Us. It looks so good, and me not having money at the moment hurts me because I can't go out and buy it. it just, I don't know, I love Naughty Dog. I love the Uncharted series. It's actually my favorite game series, and I really want The Last of Us because it looks good. The voice acting I heard is great, and from what I've seen of it, it is great. And the combat, yeah, that looks pretty great too. And I actually heard from reviews that it's also good. When the game came out, like pre-release to reviewers, it got nothing but great reviews. A bunch of 10 out of 10s, and I'm really excited for this game, and what they showed of it really made me even more excited. What about you, Dalton?
Well, Naughty Dog. I have a thing for Naughty Dog. The Jak and Daxter series was great. Uncharted was great. Just, I don't think Naughty Dog can make anything that isn't amazing, and I think this game is going to be no exception. I'm actually going to try to pick it up today by the time you see this, and I'll give my feedback on it next week's episode. I'm expecting it to be great. It's getting good reviews across the board by a lot of people, so I mean, I'm speechless with how excited I am for this game. But
next up is one of my favorites, Batman Arkham Origins. Now, if you know me personally, you know that I'm a huge comic book fan, and I'm also, a huge Batman fan.
Nerd.
We're on a game show.
Go
talking
on.
about video games.
Go on.
Okay. Anyway, Batman Arkham City, my favorite game ever, and Arkham Asylum is also very amazing. But the thing that disappoints me about Arkham Origins is that it's not being made by the same people that made Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, so that really disappoints me. But the game looks good anyway.
Who is making it then? I didn't know this.
Warner Brothers, like their actual studio.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but Rocksteady, the people who actually made the two Arkham games, are overseeing it. So
yeah, so they'll have put their input on it, so that's good.
Yeah, but what they did show of it, which was only a trailer, no gameplay, it impressed me. I liked it, and Kevin Conroy, the guy who voices Batman, isn't voicing him in this game. I can't remember the name of the guy who is voicing him, but he's okay because Arkham Origins, as it says in the title, is the origins of I guess the whole Arkham thing that's going on, and Batman's villains and Batman himself. So that's going to be nice to see in an actual video game. And Joker's going to be in it too. And if you played Arkham City, I'm not going to spoil it because Dalton hasn't played Arkham City. Anyway, go on, Dalton.
Well, thanks for being considerate. I own Asylum and City both on PC. Got them on sale and just haven't even played them. Don't even have them installed. Probably going to play them at some point, but maybe not anytime soon. Don't lynch me, Cody.
I'll try not to.
But yeah, this game looked alright, I guess. I would probably be more excited if I actually played the other ones. But what'd you think about Infamous Second Son?
Oh, Infamous Second Son is probably my favorite part of the Sony conference because I'm huge fans of Sucker Punch. I love Sly Cooper. I loved Infamous 1 and Infamous 2. Both amazing games. I recommend them to anybody who hasn't played them. And what really makes me excited about this game is that if you played Infamous 2 and if you went with the hero ending, if you went with the hero ending, that actually depended on Infamous Second Son. Because what they did is that they looked at the trophies, how many people went for the hero ending and how many people went for the evil ending. And hero ending actually won, so they picked that to lead into Second Son. And Second Son looks amazing.
That's really awesome, actually.
Yeah, and if you watched the trailer, or if you watched the actual conference and saw the Second Son, he's kind of overconfident. He's full of himself, which in a story that's actually pretty good. Because if you ever read comic books, Hal Jordan's the same way. He's the kind of hero that goes in full confident, gets a lot of bad things happen to him, and his character develops. And it's
wow,
really great to see that.
You really looked into this.
into a character, yeah, I have. And I'm just really excited for Second Son. So, what about you, Dalton?
I'm very excited. Infamous 1 and 2 were very good. I actually got Infamous 1 because of the, PSN going down and then got it for free. But Infamous 2, I picked it up right after. Actually got it on sale, the Hero Edition, for $60, which was a steal.
Same.
I'll just be honest. But yeah, Infamous Second Son, I'm very excited, and I'm excited to play it when it comes out. What'd you think about Watch Dogs?
Oh, Watch Dogs. That has just been keeping me interested ever since they first showed it. When did they first show it? Last year?
Last year.
Last year, yeah. And I think that was actually the highlight of last year.
Oh, definitely.
And
Mainly because last year sucked, but I mean, Watch Dogs just sticks out.
Yeah, and they actually showed gameplay, and the gameplay is fantastic. I love it. It's definitely something different. It's going to be open world, and I really can't wait for this. I'm more than likely going to pick this game up.
Oh, I'm definitely going to. They wouldn't have to show me shit anymore, and I would pick this up because it is so cool. It just looks great. I love the concept. I love being. I'm gonna love being able to hack into the city. It's just great. It looks great. And I can't wait for this to come out. Is there a year that they've even said this is gonna come out in? Like,
I don't know.
Is it late
but
this
if
year?
They wanted, I don't know, but if they want to take 3 years to make it, I'm happy with it.
I'm fine with it too. But all right. PS4 in Sony's conference.
Oh man, PS4, so good. I'm really happy with what they've shown of it. I mean, no online restrictions. You can like, which means you can play offline anytime you want. You don't have to check in once every 24 hours. You go ahead and share your opinion on it.
By the way, I'd like to note, the reason we didn't talk about the Xbox One is because pretty much all the details were out last week, so if you want to hear our opinion on the Xbox One, go watch that, last week.
It's an episode 2.
Episode 2, this is episode 3, so, yeah, PS4 looks good. I'm probably going to stay PC gamer, but I think I'm going to pick up a PS4 also, because of exclusives, like, from game companies like Naughty Dog and, you know, Infamous Second Son and things like that. And I'm very excited for it. I was kind of bummed out when I figured out that you have to have a PS Plus membership to play online, but that doesn't hurt it too bad. It's still cheaper than Xbox, and I still feel like it's going to be a better console than Xbox. So, yeah, if you wanted to know our opinion on the Xbox One, I think it's going to be good, but not as good as the PS4. But is that all you had to say about it?
Yeah. Now on to the Nintendo one.
Pokemon X and Y.
I was kind of skeptical about this first because, you know, I'm a huge Pokemon fan, and it's never been like this. You know, it's in a 3D type thing, and but after a while, I got kind of used to it, and now it actually looks really good. They've came out with new Pokemon. Now, I've always never been a big fan of what they named the Pokemon, especially now. But it actually looks pretty good, and I'm really excited to see what this game can do.
Yeah.
It's about time to go into a new region.
I've supported the new art direction sort of deal since it came out. I really like it. I think it's pretty. And while others were hating on it, I was in the front lines defending it. But yeah, I think it looks good. And it's a Pokemon game. They're really fun, and they give me a ton of playtime, so I'm definitely going to be picking it up if I get a 3DS, and I'm not sure whether I'm going to get a 3DS. This would be the reason I picked up one, though, if I did.
Definitely.
But what'd you think about Super Mario 3D Land?
Now this, to me, this was the highlight of the Nintendo conference, because I haven't been interested in a Mario game since 64DS. This actually got me really excited because, for one thing, it's new. It's something new. It's when they say 3D Land, they're serious. You know, it's actually the first one in the 3D series of Mario to be on a console as well. It's going to be on Wii U and 3DS. Another reason to pick up 3DS because this game just looks fantastic. You can have up to 4 players, which is awesome. You get to play as Mario, Peach, Luigi, and Toad, which is the same as Mario 2, which another game that we don't talk about. It just looks fantastic, and I'm really excited for it. If I were to get a Wii U, this would be probably the main reason why.
I don't think I'm getting a Wii U, but this definitely does look good. I was impressed with the gameplay, actually. Of course, it's another Mario game, but I definitely like how it's going. But that's really all I have to say on that. What'd you think about Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze? Damn, that's a mouthful.
That is, I don't really like the title, honestly, but I've never played a Donkey Kong game, but this one had me on the edge of my seat because this actually looks very good with what they did with it. The camera angles, though, had me intrigued because, you know, it's different. You can actually change it up. I don't know how to explain it. You'd have to actually go watch the trailer itself, but it looks really good, and I'm actually probably will try this out if I ever get a 3DS.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I've never played one, but I've never had too much interest in Donkey Kong, and I haven't played any Donkey Kong games except for Donkey Kong Country on the SNES. But yeah, this looks good. I definitely like some of the camera angles. I think they've done a very good job, at least from what they've shown on the camera angles. And the gameplay looks fun. It looks like it's going to be a good platformer. But what'd you think about Super Smash Bros?
Oh, Super Smash Bros. I've only played a few minutes of Brawl, but I loved every second of it. This one is another reason why I would look into getting a Wii U if I ever
Or
did.
3DS.
Which I highly doubt. Yeah, it's also coming to 3DS. But the bad thing about that is, with the 3DS, is that to play online, you'd have to be like sitting next to a person or whatever. So that kind of sucks.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't play online?
No.
I was not aware of this.
Yeah. It actually looks really good on 3DS and on Wii U as well. 3 new characters I think is coming. Yeah, there's Mega Man, which is awesome. I love Mega Man games. The Villager from Animal Crossing, which is new, and the Wii Fit Sport person, which is different. But other than that, yeah, it looks like a pretty good game, and I think it's gonna be pretty decent. What about you?
Yeah, Super Smash Bros. Always fun. Played it since Melee and loved it. It's fun. There's no doubt in my mind that it's going to be very similar to the previous ones, but I don't mind, because this is always going to be a ton of fun, and I'm going to get a ton of mileage out of it if I do end up picking it up, which I will if I get a 3DS or a Wii U. And it looks great. And it's definitely improving the lineup of the 3DS and the Wii U, in my mind. But that's it for E3 actually.
Yeah, that's great. That's all we have for this week.
Alright, like the video if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you'd like, by the way. Leave a comment telling us what you thought about our coverage, and what you think about some of the games that were at E3 that you're more excited for, and also if there's any stories that you want us to cover next week, leave those in the comments as well, and we'll see if we can cover those for you. But we'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.